At UFC Fight Night Volkov vs Aspinall, Dan Hooker will be making his return to the featherweight division for the first time since his loss to Jason Knight at UFC Fight Night Whittaker vs Brunson in 2016. And he's coming right back at the top upper echelon of the division. He's not coming back against an easy fight by any means. He's coming back against Arnold Allen, and I think this fight's going to go terribly for Dan Hooker, if I'm just going to be honest. I don't see him winning. He's not the same Dan Hooker at featherweight. Maybe he's got a new dietitian and maybe he'll be more equipped to take shots at featherweight, but I don't know. When he fought Jason Knight, he got dropped by Jason Knight. This is the same man who took that beating from Edson Barboza at lightweight, went to war with Dustin Poirier and Paul Felder back-to-back, and I just don't see this going well. Now, I'm not saying Arnold Allen's going to go in there and immediately chin him, but I do see Arnold Allen dropping him at some points and hurting him on the feet. I still think Arnold Allen won't get the finish, but there's a very great value on a third-round TKO for Arnold Allen. With how Dan Hooker's cardio has looked at, even in his lightweight fights, he definitely slows down. And cutting weight is just going to make you even drain energy even quicker. So I have this fight going for Arnold Allen, and I really just don't see it going well for Dan Hooker. Now, he could prove me wrong and he could be in great condition at featherweight, but just seeing how he was in his past featherweight fights, I can see why he moved up. He was drained, he didn't look good at the weigh-ins, which, that doesn't mean everything, looking good at the weigh-ins. Max Holloway looks drained every weigh-in, but this is just, it doesn't work for Dan Hooker going down to featherweight. Featherweight Dan Hooker is just a completely different fighter to his lightweight counterpart. And I just don't see this going very well for him now. Arnold Allen, not the biggest finishing threat, but he did drop Sadiq Youssef in their fight. And Sadiq Youssef just bounced back against Alex Caceres this last weekend. So I think this is going to be a great fight, but I think Dan Hooker is going to look very compromised. There will be people saying he should retire, which will be just stupid. If I could turn back time and go to the matchmaking meeting when they made these fights, I would, instead of making Dan Hooker versus Arnold Allen, I would make Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett, rebook that fight. They've been booked against each other, I believe, twice. I could be wrong on that. And then I would have made Dan Hooker versus Shane Burgos. I don't think it's a good idea to just throw Dan Hooker to the upper echelon of the featherweight division. You got to get used to going back down there. These guys are quicker, more technical than the lightweights, and it's just going to be a completely different game. And you're going against one of the top 7 featherweights in Arnold Allen. I feel like it would have been a better build-up to put him against Shane Burgos, more winnable fight for him, but this fight will be a banger regardless. But I don't know where Dan Hooker goes after this if he loses this fight. You could maybe put him against the winner of Mosvar Uvalev versus Dan Ige. Sorry if I butchered that Uvalev pronunciation there. But yeah, he's going to be in a really complicated situation, because if you lose this fight, are you going to keep going for the featherweight, or are you going to move back up to lightweight? But yeah, I definitely got Arnold Allen in this matchup. And after he wins this fight, I'd like to see him versus the winner of Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega. That's supposed to happen in June, but no date's been set yet. But that fight will be a banger, and Arnold Allen versus that winner makes all the sense in the world to me. But yeah, I'm going with Arnold Allen by either third round TKO or decision. If you put a gun to my head, I'll say Arnold Allen decision.